Project management plan explained in 10 minutes time. Now the entire planning process revolves around plan, do, check and act. In fact, project management revolves around plan, do, check, act, known as the Pdca cycle. That is, whatever we want to do, it must be planned, and we try to do things as per the plan, and once in a while we check and see the variance. If there is a variance, we take action. This is the Deming's Pdca cycle: plan, do, check and act. And this is the underlying theme of project management. So now when it comes to project planning, we are addressing the planning part of it. Now we already discussed about the 10 knowledge areas of integration: scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communications, risk, procurements and stakeholders. So all the 10 knowledge areas must undergo the PDCA cycle. Now scope, we must plan for scope development, scope management, scope baselining, changes to the scope, how it is going to be managed. So everything must be planned. Then as per the plan, we should do the scope management and check for variances, and if there is a variance, we take action. So is the case with schedule. First we should plan for schedule management, like the tools and other details about the schedule. Then we must make the schedule and check the schedule, and if there is a variance, we take action. So this PDCA cycle repeats across all the 10 knowledge areas, which includes the integration management as well. Now on top of it, projects will have multiple layers of stakeholders. At the minimum level, we have the owner, we have the contractors, and we have the subcontractors and suppliers. So all these people will be creating their own plans. The owner will have their project plan. The main contractor will have a project plan which encompasses all the subcontractors and suppliers' plans. We call it as the integrated project plan. Then each subcontractor will have their own plan, and the suppliers will have their own plans. So we are talking about when we superimpose these two things at every level, a supplier will have his own plan comprising of scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communications, risk, procurements and stakeholder management. So is the case with contractor. A contractor also need to have a plan for scope and schedule and cost and quality and resource and communications, risk, procurements and stakeholders. And similarly, the owner also will have a plan for scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communications, risk, procurements and stakeholders. Now somebody has to own it. So there need to be an integrated project plan which encompasses or which dovetails all the individual plans by the stakeholders into a cohesive whole. That is known as the integrated project plan. The main project manager of the main contractor will maintain it, and all the subcontractors' plan and the suppliers' plan will be dovetailed into it perfectly. And during execution, this integration happens continuously, because if there is a change in subcontractor's plan, that must be reflected in the main contractor's plan. And so is the case if there is a change in the main contractor's plan, that must be reflected in the subcontractors and the suppliers' plan. So that way this bottom-up integration as well as top-down integration must happen continuously. And the integration happens across teams as well. If you take software, there will be an engineering plan, quality assurance plan, and both must be, and a documentation plan, and everything must be synchronized. So is the case with EPC projects. We have electrical plan, piping plan, plumbing plan, the exteriors plan, and the interiors plan. So all these things, and the real construction plan. So all these things must be dovetailed into an integrated project plan. So we discussed about the 10 knowledge areas, we discussed about the PDCA, and we discussed about the PDCA recurring across the 10 knowledge areas. And again, this PDCA and the 10 knowledge areas happening at every stakeholder level. That means a supplier, subcontractors, contractors, and maybe consultants, and the owners level. So collectively, so this must be done before the start of the project, and during the project a perfect integration of these things must happen into an integrated project plan, which is owned by the main contractor's project manager. The whole process is known as integrated project plan. So very often we think that project planning is nothing but the scheduling part. That is not the case. Schedule is only one part of the plan. We must plan for the scope, we must plan for the schedule, we must plan for the cost, we must plan for quality, we must plan for resources, we must plan for communications, we must plan for risks, we must plan for procurements, and we must plan for stakeholder management as well. Now this is the sample contents of a project management plan. We'll have a scope management plan, requirements management plan, schedule management plan, cost management plan, quality management plan, resource management plan, communications management plan, risk management plan, procurement management plan, stakeholder engagement plan, change management plan, and then configuration management plan, then scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline, performance measurement baseline, and project lifecycle description and the development approach. So all these things gets into the project plan. This is again a sample based on the needs of your project. You can tailor it or enhance it or tailor it, whatever. So if you really see, schedule management plan is only one part of the total scheme of things. Yep, so if you want to learn more about this, please visit our page at pmri.in/pmbok, and or our website address is pmri.in. So in a nutshell, we discussed about the project planning process. It revolves around the plan, do, check, and act, and it revolves around the 10 knowledge areas of integration management, scope management, cost management, time management, quality management, communications management, procurement management, stakeholder management, and risk management. So at every knowledge area level, we create plans which gets executed during the execution phase, and which is monitored, which is used for monitoring and controlling the proceeding of the project during the execution phase. I hope things are clearer to you. Thank you very much.